Hello, this video is about playing the pan flute. So without any ado, let's get right into the meat of things. I do have a few personal comments to make, which I'll try to fit in as we go along. Also, as I only have 10 minutes on this on the video, I'm putting on the margin. If you look up on the right hand side of your screen, you'll see in blue those two little words, more info. Click on that more info. You'll see the margin page drop down, and I'm putting a lot of information there which is important for you, which I cannot put here in the video because of time. I rather use what time I have here to be able to demonstrate the instrument. If you look at the pan flute, and you see it has these pipes which are holes, and if you look on the far side, because this one will be the one that's going to the lip, right? But if you look on the far side, you see that it has a sharp edge. Now, the sound is produced on the flute by blowing across the top of what you could call the hole, so that the air from your breath hits the inside sharp edge of the pipe, and that produces a vibration which we interpret as sound. Now, if your breath does not hit the edge at the correct angle and with the correct velocity, it's not going to produce a good note, or it might not produce a note at all. Okay? Let me give you an illustration of what I mean. See, that's a good note. But if I wasn't directing my breath correctly, or if I had the flute at what you might call the wrong angle, the note will either sound very airy, or it might not sound at all. You understand what I mean? So, let's talk about where you place the flute, how you direct the air, how you blow it, whatever terms you want to use. The first thing about it is this, that each person has a different shaped mouth. Some people's lips are thick, some are thin, right? Some are big, some are small. The inside cavity of one's mouth, you know, is shaped differently than somebody else's. The angle of which your teeth are set in your mouth, you know, whether they're straight down or whether they're forward and all the rest of it. All these things have an influence when you make a slight smile and purse your lips, you know, and blow like this. You see? The air is going to come out of my mouth and through my lips in a slightly different way and a slightly different angle than yours. So it's not possible to say, hey, put the flute at the edge of your lower lip or half-inch below or anything like that. All you got to do is get your flute and experiment with it. Okay, you get your flute, you put it up to your lips. You make a little smile, you purse your lips, and you blow, and you either get a note or you don't. Or if you get a good note, you adjust the up and down of the flute on your lip, and you tilt the flute until you get what you might call a pure note, right? And it's as simple as that. Good. In my opinion, a pan flute is the easiest instrument to play. I play several instruments, And I started playing this pan flute only a few months ago. And I'm saying it's an easy instrument to play. It's a beautiful instrument to play. I like to play. People like to hear it. And it's not a problem. They're inexpensive to besides. Okay? So, you know, I can pick the flute up and do like this. Look. Easily, because I've been doing it for a while and it comes automatic. But if you are, or when you are new to playing and you get the flute and you put it up and you start to blow, nothing might happen. Okay? All you got to do is experiment with it. Experiment with the height on your lip. Experiment with tilting it. If some people, you know, it will work better this way if it's flat on their lip. Some people it has a little angle. And another thing too is the lower notes or the bigger holes, higher notes or smaller holes, and you find that when you go down to the lower notes, you need to relax your embouchure, you know, on your lip and make it more open. See, when you begin to come up here, you got to tighten up your lips a bit. You got to squeeze them a little bit more. You might have to turn the flute out a little bit to get the high notes. You know, it's not a big mystery. You could call it common sense. And essentially that is what it is. Well, I'm looking at my little clock here because I only have 10 minutes. And there are quite a number of things that I need to demonstrate for you. For example, when you go to play a song, you're going to want to put vibrato on the note. Because if you're playing a song, plain. If you put some vibrato on it, you know, makes it sound much better. Also, there are ways to play the notes that you call slurring them, and there are ways to play them that you call staccato. There are ways to play semitones. There are things you can do to nice up your playing, like what you call glissendos. So forth. And there are what you call drop-offs and add-ons and so forth, right? But I haven't got enough space on, enough time on this video to demonstrate these techniques. So I'm looking at my watch here, and we are getting there to the magic number. So I'm going to close this video here now, and then I'm going to come back on part 2 and show you these various techniques and play some songs for you and show you how to play songs nicely and so on. So let us agree to part merrily and to meet merrily soon again, which would be over in part 2. Thank you for listening. Take care.